Raw emotions, conference championships. This is Raising the Bar. Gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Raising the Bar. I'm your host Anthony, and with me as usual we got Willie, Andrew, and Marlon. What's up, fellas?
What up?
Hello.
Hey,
How y'all feeling?
shit, man, all kinds of emotions, happiness, a little,
It's not all good in this neighborhood, actually.
a little salty, you know what I'm saying? How it should be. Some people gotta be happy, some people gotta be a little salty, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we only got 2 games to talk about, fellas, so we should make it quick, but keep it interesting. All right, we're gonna go with the good one first. Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. Did the game live up to the hype, or what's going on?
Who'll start? You want me to kick it off, or you gonna go?
It's up to y'all.
I feel like we should leave Andrew for last.
Yeah,
So,
you know what, man? I ain't gonna lie. As a neutral fan, I was entertained, man. It was a hell of a game. It had a lot of, ups and downs and shit. So that's how I like it to be. You know what I'm saying? If you compare the 2 games, of course, the Packers and the Bucs was a lot more entertaining. And for a while, it looked like it was gonna be a blowout by the Bucs. And then the way they bounced back and they fought, right, it wasn't enough. But as far as the entertainment value, it was there. I mean, you had controversial plays, decisions that were horrible, ref calls that were, to me, unfair. It had everything, like all the drama that you needed, like if it was a movie, you know what I'm saying? So
out of all the few calls, unfair.
Yeah. So to me, it was a hell of a game. Not the way I wanted it to turn out, but I was entertained for sure.
Yeah, no, it was, I mean, of course, I think it would have been a little more entertaining for, like Willie said, for a neutral fan. I wasn't too neutral on this one. I was going for Green Bay and for everything, so I was a little more nervous than actual. I was able to watch the game, but of course with nerves. But, it was a good game overall. I think a high-scoring game, which is good. We all want to see touchdowns, right? And then, like Willie said, momentum shifts. Of course, you had the Tampa Bay with the momentum, and then you had Green Bay with the momentum. So we thought, all right, here's the comeback, and then it ended up happening, whatever. I honestly thought they were going to end up scoring the touchdown, and then Tom Brady was going to go get the field goal, and that's how they were going to win at the end. And I was like, typical, Tom Brady game, but it didn't even end up happening like that. But yeah, overall entertaining game for the neutral fan. It just wasn't enough, but it was a good overall game.
Drew, come on, Drew. Tell me something, Drew.
No, I don't think it was the hype. The hype was Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And if we're looking at those 2 performances, there was no hype there. They were complete opposite performances. Was it a good game? Yes. Was it entertaining? Yes. But the hype was not Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. The hype was Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And to me, that matchup was very one-sided. It didn't reflect the result of the game, but the matchup was still one-sided. And I wasn't disappointed as a fan of the game. As a fan of football, it was a good, entertaining game to watch. For that matchup of Tom Brady and his status as the greatest versus Rodgers, and people who argue that he may be the greatest to play the game, that was a letdown to me.
Okay.
You know what? We should go ahead and jump into that question since he already touched that.
We're gonna stick with that. Let's go with we'll stay with Andrew. Did the Bucs win or did Green Bay lose?
I don't think this is the winning.
We can agree to that?
Yep.
All right then. So that's my point on that. But I want to get on Rodgers, but I want you to rebuttal, and then I'm gonna get back, and because I don't want people to think that I'm copping out on Rodgers. I'm gonna get on his ass too. Pause. Like I'm gonna get on.
To speak to that, as far as why Rodgers didn't come up and say something, as you know, this is Matt LaFleur's 2nd year in Green Bay, right? And the first year they were rocky. He had a rookie. He was a rookie head coach. He was an offensive coordinator in Tennessee for like maybe 2 seasons before that, and then he's like a quarterback coach under McVay, I think, or
it's one of those young
cats that he was with, or Shanahan.
I think in San Francisco.
So the first year was a little rocky, right? He had to get Rodgers and the rest of the team to buy into his philosophy, his style of coaching, his style of play. And that flourished in the offseason this year. Both of them have come out and said, like, you know, hey, we worked it out. We have a great respect for each other. And I think in that instance, if you'd have asked Rodgers was like, no, let's go for it. That's just his attitude. That's his attitude. Like, he wants to go for it. He wants to risk it.
Of course.
LaFleur's the coach. He made the decision to...
He didn't want to disrespect, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, he didn't want to disrespect. So I think when it come out...
He should have disrespected.
He should have. But I think that's the reason why. And if he's still there next year, by Rodgers, I don't think he's going anywhere. But there's always a talk. But if Rodgers still there next year, I think they're gonna have that more understanding. Like, look, man, you're gonna have to lean on me a little bit more.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow. How does that shit work?
Those right next to it. I saw the light.
Yeah.
How does that shit then? What
It's
happened?
still good.
No, we're good. But that.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we just got like
It's
random lightning and thunder.
Hey, even the sky, even God is mad about those
I'm
penalties that
telling you.
weren't called.
Yo, man, like,
Oh.
for real, like, in my life, I was looking and...
Dude,
I
we
saw that.
all saw the flash.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't edit that out. That was,
shit.
That's interesting shit.
But
Oklahoma weather, ladies and
so
gentlemen.
with that being, were you done with that?
I don't know. I guess I am.
Go ahead, don't
God told you to,
Hey, wrap that up.
calm down.
Hey, wrap that up, B.
Yeah, I'm talking some dumb shit. Now, I'm ready to get on Rodgers. Y'all ready for this? Cause y'all ain't gonna want to hear it, but this is the truth, right?
Let's go.
Now,
Raw.
Rodgers had a better game than Tom Brady, but
Yes.
he was far from perfect.
Oh, yeah.
There was
I
a
would
lot
agree.
of things that he could have done differently. Aside from the throws on the goal line and all that, decision making was bad, in my opinion. Right? We don't have to agree. There was one play that who's the guy that I kept saying?
Lazard.
Okay, that I felt like he should have thrown to Lazard, and I will give credit to Brady that most of the time he'll fake and throw it there. He's not just obvious with it, like, oh, I'm gonna throw it right here, like the obvious person, right? Now, the play that really had me pissed off too was the one that he should have ran it.
Yeah.
He should have ran
I
it. Man.
agree.
At that point, I was tired of hearing from you guys. Of course, we have the Manning and the Brady and the Rodgers and that. Can he run? Can he run? He didn't run one fucking time today.
Yeah, I did.
He didn't run. No, not.
Like, he got out of the pocket.
It might have been on my bathroom break because I didn't see him. But he didn't run when he was supposed to run. Now, whenever the Tampa Bay defense, the line was rushing from the outside, they were clearly going like this, like hooks, like a U. They were not rushing like this. They were coming out here like this. Now, what was I telling you? Where are the fucking legs at? Come on, man. Get in, let them come out, then you roll out and create a play, which is what he's so famous for.
He did that a few
But
times.
he didn't do it in the big game where we needed him to do that.
He did it a few times.
Now, if it was Manning, I'll give you that. He can't run worth the shit. He can't. So like, okay, he can't get out there and do it. Brady can't get out there and do it. But this dude has the ability to do it, man. He didn't do it, and that affected him a lot on the 3 and outs. 3 and outs because they were getting to him really fast. Obviously, the offensive line, piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible.
we talked about that real quick. We talked about how Bakhtiari, like, that was gonna be
Bakhtiari?
big. He was the best offensive, and he
And his left tackle. That left tackle was your
Yeah,
your backside.
that
Your
sucks.
onside.
Right, but he
That's where the pressure's coming from.
From what I keep hearing, and all you guys keep telling me, yeah, he's so special with his legs. He didn't show it today. No, you guys have said it. You gotta keep it real. You never said it.
No.
You always say it. Both of you.
But it's not us saying it's a fact that he
But he
gets
didn't-
out of pressure and he finds a like,
Not today. Not today.
He did
Where
do it.
was
He
that at?
couldn't.
Yeah, he could.
The pocket collapsed. Okay.
No, they were coming from the outside.
Yeah, but then they were also
That's
coming from the
collapsing.
inside.
Dude, then what are the legs for? Mahomes does it all the time.
It depends one on the play.
Chad Henne did it.
Fucking Chad Henne. I don't even want to see the word Casey or TB. I don't want no initials right now
Right there.
anywhere. I want no initials from anywhere. I want to see Green GB. I want to see TB or KC. Nothing.
So okay, what is your rebuttal to that?
There was no offensive line help.
I know that.
But okay.
I know that.
But on
he's
a drop
special,
back,
right?
no. But on a drop back, which was most of the plays. Now, if that's play calling, that's play calling. But that's not on Rodgers' fault. Depending on the type of play that you run, if you do a drop back, the offensive line is going to protect like this for you, right? They're supposed to. They're supposed to kick them out. So if that pocket collapses, if it collapses on you, where are you going to run? You can't go out because the defensive linemen, if they're being blocked properly, are right here where you would flush.
So if you would collapse.
So yes,
Yeah,
in your opinion,
they were getting bullied.
They were getting bullied.
Mano, there was gaps to get in between and roll out. Which
No,
is
there
what,
wasn't.
Yes, there was.
You mean so you want him to step up, move to the right,
Yes.
look up, find a receiver, and throw.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yes.
In 3 seconds, because that's about how long the ball is in his hands.
Say it again. He needed to do what? Step out.
First off, he's stepping back. They scored 14 points off of those 3 turnovers. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get the ball given back to you, great field position.
2 turnovers, no?
Was it 2?
Yeah,
Two and three?
it was
No.
well the Aaron Jones fumble and then the
Yeah,
interception. Green Bay's the one that got 3. They only got 6 points off of it.
Right. So Tampa Bay gets 2 turnovers. They score twice. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So that's nothing unordinary, right? You're in the NFC Championship. You're clearly there for a reason. You're a good team, and not to say that Tampa Bay is a good team. So you're supposed to score off turnovers. Green Bay gets 3 turnovers and doesn't score but 6 points.
Can I say something? But I'm gonna let you get right back. Big difference though. Turnovers, fumble at the my own 30-yard line, interception at my own 30-yard line, or 40-yard line, whatever.
Yeah.
Compared to
At Green
Tampa's
Bay.
interceptions were in Green Bay's.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But
had that.
But you're getting extra possessions though, so you should get more.
Yeah,
than
but you
6
still gotta. So it's like if you would have got punts.
Yeah.
It's
no,
still
no,
tough.
it's not the same. That's not it. And I'll explain why.
But the only reason I say that is because I know I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna critique Aaron Rodgers, but I don't want it to be so harsh on him to the point where like you had 3 interceptions, you didn't do anything with it. Yeah, we got 3 interceptions back here.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make that clear,
Yeah,
because
yes.
it wasn't the same.
Right, it's not the same. But Tom Brady or the Bucs offense had to move the ball. They didn't get 3 turnovers within 10 yards. They still had to get first downs. They still had to move the ball.
The last, I mean, what are you talking about?
Not the
The second one they got at the 9-yard line.
yeah, not that one, but
Oh, okay.
besides
Well, the other one, but like Willie said, it was only like 40, 45 yards. It's easier to score 40, 45
I
yards.
understand, but you're
No, we still gotta give him credit for
Oh
that.
yeah,
for
they
that touchdown.
did what they were. Not what they were supposed to do, but they did what
Again,
they, of course, what they wanted.
They did what they were supposed to do. You're supposed to score off turnovers, whatever you get it. That's a plus. Green Bay is playing down when they get those 3 turnovers. You're down. You're not up. You're down. I don't care if you get the ball on the 1. I don't care if you get the ball on the 20. You're down. You got an extra gift. You got an extra possession where you didn't have to have them score to give it back to you.
Yep.
You have to capitalize off that.
Okay,
in that
so-
game, no. There's no excuses in that game and in that position where you're down by more than 1 score. Whether you get the ball on the 1 or you get the ball on the 20,
No.
you got to score.
There's no excuses. So that goes to show you. That's where I blame Green Bay offensively, because they got up to the goal line, to the red zone.
Yeah, and they kicked the field goal instead of getting the touchdown.
Which, I don't know if we want to go into that, but that's a fucking terrible call. By terrible decisions by the players, right? They didn't execute how they were supposed to do it, and the coaching didn't do them any favors, man.
Right.
So they
but the question
deserve
is-
to lose in that perspective too.
Yeah. But the question is, who beat themselves? Did Green Bay beat themselves? Tampa Bay win. I think
Combination.
I think it's a combination because you can't take away Tampa Bay for creating opportunities on defense and shutting down that offense, but it's the offense's job to score those touchdowns. Both defenses did what they're supposed to do. They caused turnovers and gave the offenses back their ball.
Are we talking about the play when they kicked the field goal? Is that what we're at right now? Is that what you're talking about?
Well,
Because they never got up there on the other interceptions. It was
Yeah,
No,
they were
because
3
they
and
went
outs.
3 and out. That again, Green Bay beat themselves. It would be different if Green Bay didn't score like they've been scoring all season long. Like if we went and we won every game, we had an average score of like 15, 20 points a game, and then we went 3 and out on 2 of those turnovers. I'm like, you know what? That's kind of average for us. That's about par. We're not a high-powered offense. Aaron Rodgers threw the most fucking touchdowns all season long with any quarterback. So for him to get, and it's not only him, it's the rest of the offense because it wasn't just on him. But for that offense,
But
to
he
get
had a lot
stalled-
to do with it.
He didn't have a lot to do with it.
Because I didn't like how he performed up there today at the goal line. I loved how he played.
We're not talking about at this point, we're talking about the goal line because they never made it there. I'm talking about the 2
You talk about just
interceptions.
the 3 and outs,
The
like,
3 and outs and the
because
2
you gotta
interceptions.
like try to you were down by 8, so you get 2 interceptions in a row
Like,
or 3
you gotta get
interceptions,
some
but
points.
you gotta like cut it down. Like you could have cut it down to 8. I mean, you could have tied the game and then taken over the game.
Yeah, but you know what though? That was it's because I even told you, Marlon. The coaches were panicking, man. They left the running game. And
But
you
they-
say, well, that guy is slow. Doesn't fucking matter. Give me 3 yards.
have to
Give me
get-
4 yards.
Yeah, but they
abandoned the running game.
Even when they try to run, they were getting absolutely nothing, zero. Like they were getting
They were
stuffed
getting
in the
nothing
line.
throwing.
But they were
Running just takes time. You just can't expect to run the ball and then
no,
get
but they were
15 yards.
getting absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
keep
They were
going.
just wasting a play. So they were like, we gotta start
No,
throwing
no, no,
because
no.
you know what?
It's predictable.
We're gonna
But you know-
hold on. We'll move on. We'll cover that in just a second because this is gonna just go off on.
Yeah, it's gonna go on forever, and that should be my job. Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I
mean, me and Willie.
let's go back to what were y'all making fun of me? What y'all were talking about? Let's go with who had the better game, Rodgers or Brady?
So we were talking about.
That's what I think.
That's
He,
what I was
Yeah,
saying.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, Roger.
I mean, I'm the host, so I choose the questions. All right, so that's why I was like, "F you." And by the way, shout out to my older brother Jason. He gave us like a comment. He was like that we curse a lot, and he wants his little kid to listen on it. So if we could watch the.
You should have said that before the episode.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Maybe drop like 30 S
No,
moments.
not really. I don't think so.
I may get a little heated on this one, so
But
Hey, I'm sorry
about
Jason,
that,
I'm
Tony.
sorry, Romeo.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry for our listeners that don't
Yeah.
like cuss words. But I mean, like we said earlier, raw emotions right now. So
Yeah.
okay, so let's go back to it. Who had the better game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know the answer. Even the
I
Tom
don't
Brady.
think so. I think that Brady stands out there that will die by his performance, his GOAT performance.
Okay, see, this is the
Yeah,
thing
That's what
because
gets on my last fucking nerves.
when I get to talk, I want like just 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
No, I want to be last.
No,
go ahead,
go ahead.
because I'm gonna.
No, he said he wants to be last.
Look,
Okay, so Marlon started.
people are gonna say that it was a great performance by both of them because of the touchdowns, right? And the 3 touchdowns, but Tom Brady got those touchdowns differently than Aaron Rodgers did. I mean, you got one at the 9-yard line. You got another one where the defender gives up the touchdown. King gives up the touchdown.
2.
So
He gave 2.
yeah, well, the first one was at least a better play, but realistically, if Tom Brady would have lost this game, it would have, like Willie said earlier, it would have been such a stain on because of the way he threw the interceptions. They were just bad. Like he was trying to throw the ball out of bounds and looked like a punt. Like he just stood in there where the guy could just catch it. It should have been 4. It should have been 4 touchdowns because they were just bad. The first interception he throws it like 3 yards to the left of the receiver into a defender's hand. Like he started off good first half. Of course, he was driving and everything. Second half was, I don't remember him having a worst half ever, probably his career.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of those. It's just
3 interceptions and a half. He had like 50 yards in the second half. Like it was shit. And
Even getting in the Super Bowl against the Rams, he didn't do shit. He had 1 throw.
but he didn't throw 3 interceptions.
But he threw a pick.
You know how we say? Remember last week I was here and
That was his first
You remember last year?
season, so.
No. He said the last Super Bowl.
Okay. I'm thinking the first
When they won
rank.
13-3. So yeah, you remember last week I gave him a little praise and Andrew was like, I don't get it. He didn't do nothing against the Saints. I was like, babe, he didn't lose the game. Like he knows what he's good at.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't lose the game. He would have lost this game.
Yeah.
He would have been like, okay, he lost the game, but he won it. So that, you know what, I was giving him so much praise last week of like, he doesn't lose the games. Well, he literally proved me wrong.
Yeah.
And he still fucking won.
So hold on, and we haven't even touched the one that it should have been a pick,
Oh yeah.
and that turned into a touchdown for them.
Yeah.
Like that's how lucky this motherfucker is. Like I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, everybody knows that. Like, that
You're
dude.
not gonna watch not this one. This one is.
Yeah. It's raw. This is raw and uncut. This is
I did
this is
say
after.
it,
This is
so-
after.
I'm not trying to sound like a hater. These are facts. Like he has it in his hands, right? The cornerback to get it, and that changes the game.
Oh, no, yeah. Because,
But-
yeah.
I mean, it's just time and time again, and like.
No, but not even
reminds me of
that.
one of those athletes that just got it, man. He's just a winner. Like he brings that. I don't know what it is, luck, whatever it is. You know?
Something.
Yeah,
Illuminati.
No,
You know,
it's
like
that-
he's a winner because, to me, the way I look at a lot of athletes, right? So if we talk about like Michael Jordan, or we talk about Messi, or we talk about players like that, right? That are
Being glad
undoubtedly the most skilled players or whatever. When they win championships, it was like they won it. Like they bombed, they did amazing, incredible, right? And if they don't play good, they don't win the games. But this guy, some way, somehow, wins so many games playing like I wouldn't say shit, but like nothing special, like
Not
nothing
very good.
special,
Yeah.
and you still win, and that's what I'm
boggles your mind.
Boggles my mind. I don't know how to explain it. Because what can you say about Michael Jordan? Oh, nah, man, he had 18 points. Motherfucker had 40 every game. You know, Messi played his finals. He scored a goal, 2 goals, assists, went off. And when he did it, they lost.
Yeah.
I can't explain this, man. I don't know. Yeah, tell me.
No, I mean, he has that. He has that, you know, like, I don't know, faith in the team. The team, it seems like whatever team he goes to nowadays, it's just like they back him up. And I don't know what it is. We thought it was because of Bill Belichick just getting those players ready. But now we see it that even with the Buccaneers, these guys hold. Come on, he had
he has leadership.
5 turnovers.
Well, of
against
course he has leadership.
He does phenomenal leadership. Like,
yeah.
But it's not. But it's not about the leadership. I mean, it is, but it's not just about that because his leadership has nothing to do with that fucking cornerback dropping the ball. The interception.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it. Or with the guy, the 2-point conversion, that shit hitting him in his chest and why? Why only him? 2 times. All the holding calls that are not called, and his is called at the end of the game. How is that? Like, how does that happen? It's just so much shit in one little game that you're like, it's just like, there's just no way this guy can lose. Like, there's no way. And that's that he had a bad game. If he would have had a good game, they would have beat the Packers by 40.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just unexplained. Like, it's just crazy. And we're like going back to it because the whole point was Rodgers versus Brady. Rodgers had, if I had to rate him from a 1 to 10, I think he had a 7.5 or 8. I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah.
That interception, I don't think he could have threw it. Of course, speaking in hindsight, he could have thrown it somewhere else, right? Because he intercepted it. But that was a great play by the defender, how he got in front and literally caught it.
Which could have been.
But it was a holding call. Yeah. It was 3 holding plays in one play.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
He goes, beats him, holds him. He keeps going, holds him by the jersey, and then when he's about to intercept it, he holds him by the shoulder.
Actually, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but if you go to the holding from Green Bay,
we'll get to.
I want to say something about that too.
So
all the calls.
Andrew's
waiting for his 2 minutes.
So the interception, I'm gonna end it pretty quick. That interception, whatever. But overall, Rodgers had 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, that 1 pick. Yeah, if he would have converted on the game-winning drive or something, it would have been pretty much a perfect game. That was what it was. He needed the finish to make it a perfect game. He didn't do the run that we will talk about probably later. That he should have tried to run for the touchdown, whatever. But come on, man. I don't even think Tom Brady didn't have an average game. He had a below par game. He had a 4 out of 10. And they bailed him out. Rodgers had a 7.5, 8, and they couldn't win. That's just a difference, man. That's the difference. You put Aaron Rodgers with his performance with that Buccaneers team, Tom Brady with his performance with that Packers team, somehow the Buccaneers would have won by 30 or 40 because they always find a way to bail them out. But I mean, I guess luck is part of the game, right? And that happens. So, yeah.
Let's go, Andrew. You got your 2 minutes.
The first thing I want to say is, I mean, if we just ask the same question, Rodgers, Brady, who had a better game? Rodgers had a better game. And I mean, just stats alone will tell you why. But it's decision making as well. I mean, those interceptions by Brady were all on him. Well, except for the one on Mike Evans. That wasn't.
But even then, that was an overthrow. Mike
was.
Evans is 6'4", and you threw it too high,
and he jumped in, so couldn't get it.
You know, so
I think that ball was intended for Scotty Miller. Honestly,
Scotty Miller wasn't behind him.
Yes, he was.
He was to the right.
Well, it was somebody behind him.
No, he was to the right.
No, it was somebody behind him. It was somebody behind him because Alexander was guarding him. That's why he was there.
Man, I'm on mute. You motherfucking mic. Sorry.
But no, I mean, Brady had a terrible game. The second half of the season.
I wouldn't say terrible.
Well, the second half.
Okay.
Second half. So
leave it right there.
So
I don't want to interrupt.
I just don't want to hear like how he's got GOAT status with that performance.
With today's performance.
And the reason being is, he did what he was supposed to in the first half. That's why they were able to ride his 3 interceptions into the second half and still win. But look at Kansas City, and just as a reference, Kansas City was up at half, and they put the foot on the pedal and just put the foot on the throat. And you just run it down the throat. You just run the score up. You show them why you're the number 1 seed. Granted, Tampa Bay wasn't the number 1 seed, but they came in and they played like that the first half. And for them to have that performance in the second half, you can't give Brady any other accolades for this season unless he wins the Super Bowl. I think that's the only way you can say that he had a better season or better performance than Rodgers. But in this game alone, no, Rodgers had a better game. His team didn't play better by any means. Tampa Bay as a team clearly was the better team today.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at just between their performances,
Between them two.
yeah, and there's other factors going into why Brady, played the way he played. I mean, the man is 43. Rodgers is not.
No, that's a fucking excuse.
Well, no.
He can get the throws where he wants them.
It ain't
Yeah,
about
we can't say, oh my God, look at the
Fucking
throw he did.
excuse.
But he's 43, that's incredible. And then when he does a bad throw, saying, but he's 43.
Hold on,
We
hold
can't
on,
either.
hold on.
He's 43, good and bad. He's 43. He's still doing it. So
That dude's a
you gotta give him his
43,
criticism.
but
Hey, was that 2 minutes?
got a new transmission.
No, I think you still got like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I didn't say that was the reason why,
But let us rebuttal. All right, go ahead.
you can definitely rebuttal. For one, he didn't make any throws that I was like, man, he's 43, he made a throw. Tom Brady did not make any throws that any other quarterback at that level should make. The halftime throw with Scotty Miller
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake on Green Bay's defense. All Tom Brady had to do was just throw the freaking ball.
No, man, you good. You good. Raw emotion. Let's go.
No, all he had to do was throw the fucking ball.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Kevin King's falling down against Mike Evans. Just throw it as a jump ball. Even if he wasn't falling down, Mike Evans' go-to play in the end zone is a fade route to the corner, jump ball, because he's 6'4". The average quarterback is 6'4"? No.
5'10", 5'11"
Right.
at best.
His third touchdown in the
Play action.
play action right there. I mean, that was a good offensive play design by.
Oh, you're saying nothing special. It's something he
Nothing
should have
special.
done.
You could have taken any quarterback that was in the playoffs and put them in Tampa Bay situation, and even that Hinkie kid from Washington probably would have been fine with the way if you look at the way Tom Brady played. So
Okay, hold on, but I want to say something about that too because I want to be fair to Brady, right? Now, I'm gonna get on Rodgers too because last week's episode I told you motherfuckers, right, and it happened. Now, before I attack Rodgers, I want to say this: Brady was helped by his coaching staff. They did better by Brady than they did by Rodgers. One, when he stepped out, they were ready to punt the ball. He had no idea they were going for it because it was 4th and 3. If it was 4th and 1, they do the
quarterback
dive.
sneak, yeah.
Okay? Now,
QB sneak.
the QB sneak. He wasn't expecting it. The coach grew some balls and said, hey, come on, we're going to go for this shit, right? All right. So he stepped back out, whatever. That play would have never happened if the coach would have been a little punk and he's like, no, we're punting it. We're securing this. That play would have never happened. We can agree to that, right?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Now, who's to say that Rodgers couldn't have had that moment if his stupid ass coach doesn't decide to kick a dumbass field goal? He could have had that moment.
But that's not how that has nothing to do with how they played.
No, but hold on. I'm talking about why, they're going to give, the lovers, Brady lovers are going to give more credit to him because you saw that touchdown, right? You saw that one throw. That's what they're going to say. Of course.
And just like I saw the whole game.
No, I'm talking about that's what they're going to say, right? But for example, Rodgers, I'm sure he was sitting on the bench, but you can't come out and say, no, fuck that, we're not kicking a field goal, because in reality, that's what he was thinking. Like, this motherfucker really wants to kick, and I feel like he should have, and this is not to give, not to put Manning in here, but real quick, like Manning would have been like, no, motherfucker, I'm the coach here. We're not kicking this field goal, we're going to go for it. And I feel like right there, I noticed that. I was like, wow, he doesn't have the power that
Like
thought,
he used to.
Well, I don't know. I thought Rodgers had more power, more say so than that.
I think, and
Like I don't know why they kicked that field goal because I'm sure if they would have asked him, he would have said, "No, let's go for it."
I think.
What about Brady? What about Brady in that 4th and whatever? He went and sat down. I feel like Brady.
That was
had
different though, dude. That was before halftime. This is for the game, for the Super Bowl.
It's because you can't kick a field goal and tell your defense, hey, you got to stop Tom Brady. If you give him one first down, we lose the game. Dude, Tom Brady could have thrown 16 interceptions. He's still Tom Brady. He'll find a way to get one first down.
Yeah.
It's 10 yards.
So that's
you
what I'm saying.
You can't do
But
that.
I'll speak to that when you get done. I have to set up.
So I feel like the coaches, they didn't do right by Rodgers whenever, and I like what the coaches did for Brady. Because, again, the play calling wasn't bad for Tampa. That was Brady's mistakes. You can't put that on nobody. Whatever the play calls were, whatever the execution was terrible. We can agree to that?
Yep.
All right, then. So that's my point on that. But I want to get on Rodgers, but I want you to rebuttal, and then I'm gonna get back, and because I don't want people to think that I'm copping out on Rodgers. I'm gonna get on his ass too. Pause. Like I'm gonna get on.
To speak to that, as far as why Rodgers didn't come up and say something, as you know, this is Matt LaFleur's second year in Green Bay, right? And the first year they were rocky. You know, he was a rookie head coach. He was an offensive coordinator in Tennessee for like maybe 2 seasons before that, and then he's like a quarterback coach under McVay, I think, or
it's one of those young
cats that he was with, or Shanahan,
I think, in San Francisco.
So the first year was a little rocky, right? He had to get Rodgers and the rest of the team to buy into his philosophy, his style of coaching, his style of play. And that flourished in the offseason this year. Both of them have come out and said, like, you know, hey, we worked it out. We have a great respect for each other. And I think in that instance, if you'd have asked Rodgers was like, no, let's go for it. That's just his attitude. Like, he wants to go for it. He wants to risk it.
Of course.
LaFleur's the coach. He made the decision to...
He didn't want to disrespect, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, he didn't want to disrespect. So I think when it come out...
He should have disrespected.
He should have. But I think that's the reason why. And if he's still there next year, by Rodgers, I don't think he's going anywhere. But you know, there's always a talk. But if Rodgers still there next year, I think they're gonna have that more understanding. Like, look, man, you're gonna have to lean on me a little bit more.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow. How does that shit work?
Those right next to it. I saw the light.
Yeah.
How does that shit then? What
It's
happened?
still good.
No, we're good. But that.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we just got like random lightning and
Hey, even the sky, even God is mad about those penalties that weren't called.
Yo, man, like, for real, like, in my life, like, I was looking and...
Dude, we all saw the flags.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah. Don't edit that out.
Shit.
That's interesting shit.
But
Oklahoma weather, ladies and
so
gentlemen.
with that being, were you done with that?
I don't know. I guess I am.
Go ahead,
God told you
Hey, wrap that up.
calm down.
Hey, wrap that up, B.
Yeah, I'm talking some dumb shit. Now, I'm ready to get on Rodgers. Y'all ready for this? Because y'all ain't gonna hear it, but this is the truth, right?
Let's go.
Now,
Raw.
Rodgers had a better game than Tom Brady,
Yes.
but he was far from perfect.
Oh, yeah.
There was
I
a
would
lot
agree.
of things that he could have done differently. Aside from the throws on the goal line and all that, decision making was bad, in my opinion. Right? We don't have to agree. There was one play that who's that guy that I kept saying?
Lazard.
Okay, that I felt like he should have thrown to Lazard, and I will give credit to Brady that most of the time he'll fake and throw it there. He's not just obvious with it, like, oh, I'm gonna throw it right here, like the obvious person, right? Now, the play that really had me pissed off too was the one that he should have ran it.
Yeah.
He should have ran
I
it.
agree.
Man. At that point, I was tired of hearing from you guys. You know, of course, we have the Manning and the Brady and the Rodgers and that. Can he run? Can he run? He didn't run one fucking time today.
Yeah, I did.
He didn't run. No, not.
Like, he got out of the pocket.
It might have been on my bathroom break because I didn't see him. But he didn't run when he was supposed to run. Now, whenever the Tampa Bay defense, the line was rushing from the outside, they were clearly going like this, like hooks, like a U. They were not rushing like this. They were coming out here like this. Now, what was I telling you? Where are the fucking legs at? Come on, man. Get in, let them come out, then you roll out and create a play, which is what he's so famous for.
He did that a few times.
But he didn't do it in the big game where we needed him to do that.
He did it a few times.
Now, if it was Manning, I'll give you that. He can't run worth the shit. He can't. So like, okay, he can't get out there and do it. Brady can't get out there and do it. But this dude has the ability to do it, man. He didn't do it, and that affected him a lot on the 3 and outs. 3 and outs because they were getting to him really fast. Obviously, the offensive line, piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible.
we talked about that real quick. We talked about how Bakhtiari, like, that was that
Bakhtiari?
big. He was the best offensive, and
And his left tackle. The left tackle was your black
Yeah,
backside.
that
your
sucks.
onside.
Right, but
That's where the pressure's coming
from what I keep hearing, and all you guys keep telling me, yeah, he's so special with his legs. He didn't show it today. No, you guys have said it. You gotta keep it real. You never said it.
No.
You always say it. Both of you.
But it's not us saying it's a fact that he gets out of pressure and he finds a like,
Not today. Not today.
He did
Where
do it.
was
He
that at?
couldn't.
Yeah, he could.
The pocket collapsed. Okay.
No, they were coming from the outside.
Yeah, but then they were also
That's
coming from the
collapsing.
inside.
Dude, then what are the legs for? Mahomes does it all the time.
It depends on the play.
Chad Henne did it.
Fucking Chad Henne. I don't even want to see the word KC or TB. I don't want no initials right now
Right there.
anywhere. I want no initials from anywhere. I want to see Green GB. I want to see TB or KC. Nothing.
So okay, what is your rebuttal to that?
There was no offensive line help.
I know that.
But okay.
I know that.
But on
he's
a drop
special,
back,
right?
no. But on a drop back, which was most of the plays. Now, if that's play calling, that's play calling. But that's not on Rodgers' fault. Depending on the type of play that you run, if you do a drop back, the offensive line is going to protect like this for you, right? They're supposed to kick them out. So if that pocket collapses, if it collapses on you, where are you going to run? You can't go out because the defensive linemen, if they're being blocked properly, are right here where you would flush.
So if you would collapse.
So yes,
Yeah,
in your opinion,
they were getting bullied.
They were getting bullied. It
Yeah,
collapsed.
Mano, there was gaps to get in between and roll out. Which
No,
is
there
what,
wasn't. You
yes,
can't.
there was.
You mean okay? So you want him to step up,
Step up.
move to the right,
Yes.
look up, find a receiver, and throw
Yes.
You want to do that?
Yes.
in 3 seconds, because that's about how long the ball is in his hands.
Say it again. He need to do what? Step out.
First off, he's stepping back. He's got to step
Yeah,
up,
drop back and then
step out, and then look up and make the throw.
Either that or take off. Take off and get some yards.
He's 38.
Get some-
He's not 25 like Mahomes.
No. We're not gonna do that to Brady. Get the
No.
But now we're not talking about throwing arm, which is what we're talking about legs.
Yeah.
No,
But y'all have said that Rodgers is a mobile quarterback.
I've never said that.
Yes, you. Oh my God!
I think you have.
I've
You
never
can go
said
back
that.
and watch the
I
video.
think
He is.
He is, but I've never said that. I've never told her that as his ability as a quarterback. I'm not saying
He's
But
mobile
today-
as in he's not a pocket
If
passer. He
you're
moves. Yeah.
if you're mobile because you got all day, then that's not impressive. The thing was doing it today when there was no the line wasn't blocking for you and you had to create the
But
plays.
he did do it sometimes. He just
He
didn't do it
did-
as much
he couldn't create as much
as you
the
wanted.
pocket-
But he would. Remember, he was going out to the right, doing the 15-yard throws, getting first down. He did it. Remember, you even say that's what I want to see.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't do it at all, but I'm just saying that on those.
if he was able to do every
detrimental
play, then we
plays.
wouldn't have lost the game.
No,
You're
I'm
not giving credit to the
talking-
Tampa Bay defense.
I am giving credit. I'm talking about when you guys are saying that he's like the spectacular guy.
No, he didn't do it the whole
He
time
didn't
because
do
if not,
it.
he would have had the perfect game. We understand that. Yeah, he made some mistakes
Okay,
here.
so we're just gonna have because we have to be fair. We're gonna critique Brady. We have to critique him too.
No, he didn't have
Okay,
a perfect game.
No one said he had a perfect game. I never said he had a perfect game. He played better than
But
Brady.
he had a really good game. Though.
Okay, right. So did he do things to lose the game, and did he have the opportunity to win the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we can't talk GOAT status on him either.
No one said about anything about goal status.
Yes, we have.
Today, did anyone say? Did
But
anyone
last
mention?
week it was GOAT talk, wasn't it? GOAT was not.
Right.
Was it not GOAT talk? by
It
you
was,
guys?
but did we mention go today?
We're not.
You can't.
Exactly. So therefore, you're
What
right.
can you say today?
That's my point. We never mentioned it today because he lost.
I know that, but what
we
I'm,
could say that he played a whole lot better than the GOAT.
great accomplishment. The guy threw 3 fucking interceptions. He should have thrown 4. He outperformed him. Wow.
Or in
Whoa.
Marlon's words, the boat.
Oh, he is, but you can still see by the way he plays. You can still see like overall better thrower than Tom Brady for sure.
Right. So
like that's what we've always said. We're saying that he can't.
It's because Marlon, look, here's my thing about what I was saying.
That's a debate for another day because that's gonna go into something else.
No, but it's fine. We can talk about it. We're here, right? We can talk about it. What I'm saying is with Rodgers is that we see how incredible he is, but I've always told y'all that we need to see it in these moments.
Yep.
And he outplayed Tom Brady. I agree with you, but he didn't know. He didn't do what he was supposed to do to win this game. He just didn't do it. There's a lot of plays that I can go back on.
no, dude, he had the same numbers as Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, but everything has to do with circumstances.
Yeah,
We're gonna go look at stats and shit like that. That's how all these dudes fill up their No, he didn't just fill them up, but
he kept them in the game.
no, he
didn't have no look. He did what he tried. Okay, Tampa Bay, they knew they could. They had to protect it. They could rush with more because there was no running game. So there was the play action or anything like that wasn't gonna fool them. So they knew, all right, he's gonna throw. We can play coverage and pressure them more. And their fucking pressure was incredible. Pierre Paul was having the game of his, well, not the game of his life because he did that against the Patriots.
Right.
But he was having an incredible game. Dominic Sue was there. He don't like Aaron Rodgers, so he played with that extra motivation. They were.
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I understand that the offensive line for the Packers had a terrible game. I know that.
It's
I'm
hard.
admitting it. I'm saying that you guys were telling me that this guy is extraordinary.
He is.
And that he can do things that no other quarterback can do. But he had pressure.
Throwing.
No, that's not what we talked about. We know he can throw.
That's what he can do. He can make those
Anthony,
throws.
have we
nobody
not
else
talked
make.
about this before?
Yeah.
That with the legs, that he got the legs, right?
We said that Lamar Jackson. Okay, so that's like me saying, like I do give credit to Lamar Jackson that he can run a shitload. We're not talking about like legs, but we say that he escapes the pressure and he does the incredible
30-yard runs, Martin. I mean, beating the line.
But that's not the play.
But we never said he was the best at that, because if that was the case, it would be like, oh, well, Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson is better at getting out of that. Patrick Mahomes is better because they're a little more agile and quicker than he is. But before Russell Wilson, before Patrick Mahomes, he was doing that. There wasn't another quarterback that was getting out of the pocket doing that and doing it. Steve Young back in the day, which
normally, right, in any other game, if they were to blitz him, not even blitz him, just rushing with the 4, right, and they were having a difficult time, I've noticed that Aaron Rodgers, in any particular game, he'll get 4 yards. Ran 4 yards, they tackle him. He got 5 yards, they tackle him. He didn't do that today.
He couldn't move out of the pocket.
Yeah, I disagree.
No.
That's not what I saw. I saw gaps where he could have took off.
You don't take off. That's not the play. You can't take off on 3rd and 3. Or 3rd and 5, 3rd and 9.
But if they didn't let him cock back, then what is he supposed to do? You're supposed to move. You're supposed to run.
His first job is to throw the ball and protect the ball. He's not a runner. He's not going to put himself in those positions.
No, but it's because you can't say that whenever he does it in other games, and then in the most important game he doesn't do it, and now you're copping out like he's not supposed to do it.
He's not.
Because even if what I'm saying is wrong, okay, let's just say that you don't agree with me. On that one that he could have got the touchdown.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, that one was a bad decision, I think. I agree.
He threw it like he was Peyton Manning. Manning can fucking outrun me. So why didn't he go for the touchdown? That's why I was telling him, like, dog, if them fools blast you, knock your head off, it's worth it so it can get you to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, an open lane.
We agreed on that one. We agreed on that one. We agreed on that one. And so, I mean, he didn't have a perfect game. He made mistakes. Offensive line, of course, clearly didn't help him. But, you know, it is what it is. But you can't give him the majority of credit for the loss. You can't, because he
and I'm not because I'm not stupid either.
He kept him in that game. He kept him in the game with no running, bad pressure or good pressure from Tampa Bay. He kept him in the game. I'm not gonna say that he had a great performance or anything, but one thing that I will say is that by the way that Green Bay performed today, we saw that last year, and we've seen it in other conference championships. They've gotten blown out, and he's had bad games. And this one, he maintained himself well, and he played good.
I'm not gonna say he had a bad game.
No.
I'm not saying.
But I'm saying San Francisco. We saw it last year.
He's talking about last year.
He's talking about last year and the other times that they played the same performance that Green Bay did today. They would have got completely blown out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying this was a game. Every quarterback has that one game that I'm not trying to be blasphemous when I'm talking about sports. Like the gods, right, of this, right? So you could say the Brady Atlanta game in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Manning down 17 against the Patriots in the fourth quarter of the AFC Championship game. Like I told you, like this is his moment right here.
Yeah.
For him to do something spectacular that's gonna put him. Now you're up there with the gods. And nobody's blaming the loss on him. I'm just saying that was his chance, to do that, and he didn't do it.
Yeah. No, and I think we all agree, right? I mean, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted to be like. No, 18-point lead. Oh, there was no fucking way on Tom Brady, and he did it.
When he started to come back, I told Marlon, because I know Marlon loves Rodgers, and I respect him too. I mean, phenomenal quarterback. I said, this is his game. This is the one. Because you do that shit.
You've been saying it, yeah.
What? It's over. Get him out of here.
All right.
You know. Sorry,
okay.
sir.
No, you good. Okay, let's go to what about the refs? Were the refs a big factor in the game, or what?
Huge.
Think so? Let's go with you, Marlon.
Clear. A lot of plays, man. If it's one play, you know, people complain and bitch about one play. That would change the whole game. And you're like, it's just one play. You can't give it on one play. This was not one play, man. This was 60 minutes. No, it was.
They only called one play.
Oh yeah, but it was literally 60 minutes.
That guy's an idiot too, though, for doing that. I'm sorry.
60 minutes of BS, man. Started off with clear holding from Tampa Bay defense on the interception, Rodgers interception. He held the guy 3 different times. Lets him go. I understand that when you get off the line, you can push and you can try to bully them for 5 yards. Mm-hmm. This guy's holding him. holding him right off the bat. Boom. He still breaks out of it. He does his little slant route, starts holding him again by the jersey. The same play. It just didn't look as bad because his jersey didn't extend it all the way. And then he's about to go for the catch. He holds him by his shoulder pad, and then gets in between and does the interception. Hell of a play, but it's a lot easier to do that when the guy's not leaving you because you're holding him. The whole time, the offense.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna get right back.
Marlon?
Nah, you know what they were calling it on Facebook? They're letting them play.
Yeah.
Only because they're letting them play whenever it's the team you're rooting for,
exactly.
like all the Brady fans.
Exactly.
Commentators were
So,
saying.
okay, so I'm gonna go back to other defense holding, but Tampa Bay,
Willie's going on a pee break. He'll be right back.
Tampa Bay, the O-line was holding a shitload against the defense, which the defense, the front four for the Packers really played bad anyways. But my God, you go back and a lot holding, they push from behind. It was just a lot of plays. And then going back to the offense, Aaron Rodgers, was it Devontae Adams? He had one in the end zone where they were holding him. There was another key third down where they're holding him, and everybody's like, Aaron Rodgers, everybody's putting their hands up because the guy's literally holding him while he's trying to run. Like, it's just blatant calls. And yeah, they want to go with the whole letting them play. Then you can't call the last one on Tampa Bay. Even though, it would look more noticeable because the jersey is extended all the way. But you can't do that. Even when Fox, Mike Pereira, whatever that guy's name is, comes out, he's like, well, as a referee, I mean, that is a clear holding. But, I mean, from what we've seen all game long, that's not something you should call if you're not going to call the other ones. Like, there were key plays that would have gave the Packers an automatic first down. Sometimes that's what you need. You need to get bailed out. Like, fuck, 3rd and 9. Oh, but it was a holding. All right, let's go. Here we go. 1st and 10. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you need. And then, even through all that, they were still getting there. They could have, and I don't want to say they were at full blame because the Packers had a chance and they should have won the game. So it's not like it completely cost them the game, but Tom Brady would have got those calls. He did get the call.
Can I
and when it comes to you said that the interception that he should have just popped the shit out of him. I promise you, he pops him. How any other quarterback, that guy gets kicked out the game and goes to jail.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then they would have figured out a way to not do 15 yards. It would have been automatic touchdown because that's what it is.
You want the ball on the 5? Fuck, let's put on 2.
Like, it wasn't fair. So I'm not gonna completely say it was on the
I have a question
rest,
about the fouls because you play the game and everything. Now on the Green Bay, the controversial call, right, where he pulls the jersey.
Yeah.
Now, did you see that the
defensive lineman
was getting held?
Yeah. Matter of fact, when you know what's funny is when they paused that video clip to show him. I think it's Kevin King in it.
It was some
Either King or something. When they show the defensive back holding the offensive receiver, you have the offensive lineman with the defensive lineman in a headlock. Yeah.
I was making sure I saw what I saw.
Because he was right there. Like, he was like, there's Tom Brady, the defensive guy, and the offensive guy holding him. Yeah. Like, he was right there.
And what we gotta make clear to the people that watch this, right? That the game just ended. We haven't watched no Sports Center, no highlights. Nothing. We haven't watched
Raw emotions.
Yeah, so
Sunday night.
I thought I saw that and I was like, what the fuck was that?
You're gonna call that one, not this one?
It was a whole game.
I said that.
And to all the Chiefs fans, I promise you we're going to get to that game, but...
they ain't watching.
To all two of y'all.
Ain't much to talk about.
No, but no, it was just all game, man. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because I know this is playoff football, but you got to be fair. And you can't, like, what happened to the fucking rule where the Saints got screwed and then they're like, oh, you can challenge pass interference, but why can't you challenge like one challenge per half or 2 per game? I don't know how you do it. You can do that. You want to challenge a penalty, holding, tripping, something. Because, like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like, they're blatant calls, and then you look at them in the big screen, you're like, how did you miss that? There's 8 referees, I think. Or how many referees are there? 11, 12? I don't know how many on the fucking field. 8 at least.
Yeah, but
and, like, 5? Well, 5 in a little radius. It's not that. You're not looking. You're looking 30 yards. You have your own position.
Sometimes it's like, they talk about, like, what do you call it? Blatant?
Blatant?
Yeah. Like, blatant. What about the hole that's blatant? Like, the dude's got him on a chokehold. Like, that's not blatant. Like,
it was just, man, I think, like, honestly, I'm not trying to sound like the sore loser and say that because, like I said, Packers still, with all that, they still should have won the game. But that's got to be a big topic, man, because that just doesn't make sense. How And then literally that flag, everybody's already like, oh, okay, this is it. 6 months later, they call SpongeBob. He throws a fucking penalty. Like, everybody's like, what? Everybody's already walking off the field celebrating. You can't wait that long and be like, well, what should I do?
That should have happened. What should have happened in that play? It should have been 2 flags. The ref over there, he should have thrown that flag for the pull because that is pass interference, right?
Yeah.
It's clear. Now,
But you got to catch the defense
The
side.
one right here should have threw his flag too, though, and they would have canceled out, right, or no? Or what
They would
happen?
cancel out.
Okay.
Offset.
Yeah, offset.
So that's what should have really happened. Nobody's denying that it wasn't a flag on that side when they pulled the jersey. Nobody's denying that. But where's this one at? It's not fair either. Not to me. I mean, it didn't seem like.
Nah, it was
It's
bad.
Tom Brady, man.
What do you think?
What can you expect?
I mean, I've always had the mentality, and I've always been coached, and this is more so coming up in wrestling than it was in football when I was coached this. But you know, you don't let it come down to the referees. You know, you do what you're supposed to do, and you execute when you need to execute.
You're supposed to, but
But
let's just say if that interception by Rodgers is not a pick, we're not even talking about it.
right.
But it resulted in it's like things that you cannot just look aside.
Yeah, that's probably the most, out of all those, because it did result in points for Tampa Bay.
No, and the last one too. Because if it offsets, like then maybe you have a chance to get the ball back and go back down.
Yeah, but look, I believe in the butterfly effect for anybody that knows what that is, that's watching. If
Ashton Kutcher.
if that Rodgers one doesn't happen and the play, then the last one never happens because the game would have gone different.
Yeah.
You know, so you could say tomato. You could have said like.
Yeah, but regardless, they happen and we got to talk about them.
But it just doesn't make sense because we complained about it all game. Of course, it's not just because I was a fan I'm a fan of Rodgers and that leads to me being a fan of the Packers because I'm a fan of Rodgers. But that's just not fair. I mean, we see Tom Brady. Remember, we were watching Tom Brady. That I forgot, like he barely got hit or something, and after the play, he's over there like yelling at the refs. And Willie's like, "Look at him already bitching." And the game had just started. And then Aaron Rodgers had a reason to bitch.
Hold on, because this episode is gonna come out as we're haters, but I'm not even. I'm like, look, I could get 2 fucks about who like really, whatever. People already think he's the GOAT, regardless, right? One of the plays, right? So he's smart. Every now and then he throws it down. He don't want to even attempt a pass because he doesn't want to turn the ball over or whatever. Kick the field goal. There was one play where the dude, he barely had released it. The guy literally put his big ass hands on him, throws him down. He gets up and fucking screams at the ref.
Okay,
Where's the flag?
Exactly.
I'm like,
Thank
dog,
you.
these
Thank
guys protect you as like if they were your mother, and you still complain. You should see the shit they do to these other little motherfuckers like Jared Goff. Again, we go back to Jared Goff. You should see what they do to them. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to show you that even if like we don't want to be biased, but you see these little things and you're like, man, like these dudes always have something like because he's box office. Obviously, everybody wants to watch. See, what I feel like they do is that the NFL has that. We want Brady or whatever in the Super Bowl
because it's the GOAT time.
You want to see that guy lose. Like that's what everybody's tuning into.
Yeah.
I want to see him lose.
Regardless of if people that really like football or really watch football, like for example, you know a lot about football. You know that
He said
Rodgers and
Mahomes
is
the better game.
It's the better matchup as far as who's better right now, skill and all that. But the drama, what you want to sell, especially in a pandemic that you need more viewers than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Who else but Brady? You need Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems fishy to me. I don't know.
Well, back to the question that was asked.
Refs.
Yeah. As you know, like I said, I mean, just the way I feel about it, and I've always felt this way, especially you can't rely on the referees. So
yeah, it's not relying. It's not relying because
Hey man, it's Andrew's time to talk.
Go ahead.
No, but like, yeah, you need those plays to go your way. Yeah. Those plays should have gone your way, but whether they do or they don't, find a way to win. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do when you have the opportunity to score, when you have the opportunity to stop them. And if you get those calls, great. That's perfect. That's fine. That helps you win the game even better or even more. But don't be waiting on that call to bail you out. Like
they weren't.
I know they weren't.
But I see what he's saying.
Yeah. But what our argument was, if they would have got that call, then this game would have turned different. Well, whether they got the call or not, the game ended the way it did.
I see what you're
But
saying.
but we all said that the Green Bay still should have won the game. Like they were still there, put in that position. But it's just.
But yeah, that's because you were looking at it from a perspective of the players, but we're not the players. We get paid to analyze it.
Yeah. We're just saying like okay. Let me put it this way. For any soccer viewers,
We're supposed to say this.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
like you guys.
We're supposed to say these things.
Yeah.
Not the players. The players
players
are not supposed to say it.
Yeah, the players are gonna look back and say, "Damn, we should have converted." And when we were in the red zone, we should have caught our 2-point conversion. We should have not fumbled at the fucking 5-yard line. Yeah, they're gonna say that, but still, they're like I said, if it would have been one call, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But it was all game long. All game long. And eventually it's going to start affecting you. It's like if you're playing soccer and then you just keep getting fouled in the box and they're not, or a handball, they're not giving it to you. And then the other guys go and they get one call. It's like, man, we're trying our hardest here, but you got to like be a little fair. And that happens all the time, which is why we hate the team that we hate.
He's right the way he's saying, and as far as that perspective goes, that like those little holes and all that, they were. Well, what I didn't like is that they gave it to Tampa at the end when it was a play.
They decided the game.
Yeah. But as far as like the Rodgers interception, okay, if you let him play, let him play. That's fine. You know, that wasn't like the key of losing the game or whatever because it was still early and all that. But at the very end, if you saw that one, you got to see this one too. Mm-hmm. Because now we need our chance to win the game. So there's no more time.
Yeah. But I also think that you can't do that, dude, because if the players start realizing like, oh, where's my flag? There's no flag. We're letting y'all play. All right. So you know what the guy was thinking at the end probably?
That's what
like, you know what? They're not haven't been calling this shit. I'm gonna grab this fool because they're not gonna call that.
Pero Marlon, también, you got.
But he had gotten beat too, so he had to because Tom Brady was gonna find him, and it would have been game over anyway.
No, he wouldn't. He didn't find him. He overthrew him. That's what was worse about it.
Well,
Tom Brady overthrew him.
Well, maybe because he got help.
No, he barely got help. He got help before he got to the ball.
You know when
Jersey like stretched like this long though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
the ball was way over his head.
No. It was no guarantee that the guy was gonna get. But there's no when you do a jersey pull, let's just say right here.
Yeah.
You held him back, let him go.
Yeah.
This motherfucker let it stretch.
No, King had a shit game the whole game. King had a shit game.
So that's over exaggeration too.
King had a shit game. He had a shit game. But what I'm saying is the players throughout the game they're like, okay, they're not calling, then all right. Maybe I can get away with some shit too and that's why it was so upsetting because it was like, dude, you haven't been calling our game, so that sets the tempo for the game.
Yeah.
You're gonna let us play. It's like in soccer, the guy's just chopping. Yeah. Where's the cards? No cards. Finally, last play of the game, he does the same chopping. You get a red card all of a sudden, like what the fuck? We haven't been doing that. So it sets the tempo. So you can't. That's where. That's why you have to call them.
I know that, but I feel like if we want to compare penalties like on the pass interference and stuff, like if you notice with the Tampa Bay player that he went. Enough. This dude, like that's why the flag came in late. Because I felt like he was giving him a chance to let it go. He didn't let it go.
No, he came in late because the guy jumped afterwards. He jumped. He literally was like, he jumped and threw himself like he tripped him up.
I know that, but I don't think he overheld to that shit. Like, I think he needed to let it go. What do you think?
Yeah, he held him too long, but...
I feel like if he lets it go like a second earlier.
Man,
like,
the jersey says it all.
Yeah, like it looked.
Put it on the screen.
That stretch, man, says it all.
No, yeah, that was a big stretch. It was, but holding is holding. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
All right, so can we finally go to the Kansas City and Buffalo game? All right, good stuff, boys. Good stuff. But now it's time to get into that KC and Buffalo game. We're gonna start with Andrew on that one because I feel like he hasn't been talking that much. Kind of has to do with these guys not letting them talk, but neither here nor there.
I mean, KC won, Buffalo also. What else is there to talk about?
All right, my turn.
No, I mean, KC did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the number 1 seed. Buffalo's the number 2. They should have come out and won. They should have come out and won like that with the team that they had. So I don't think there was any surprise of the game. You know, it wasn't a blowout in the sense of a true blowout. I mean, they did win. Buffalo's still a good team.
Yeah, but I feel like they let the foot off the pedal, like.
But they could. But the thing about Kansas City is they're the type of team that can do that. They can pull off the pedal because they can go right back and score. I mean, we saw with Tyreek Hill. I mean, the dude is literally like lightning. It's impossible to catch him.
That's not fair.
I mean, it really isn't. Like when that last one where he ran just about to the touchdown, like he was on the right side of the field. He stopped. He ran across the field, horizontally, not at an angle, and then ran back up the field. Like, dude, there's not many, if anybody, can do that.
No, nobody.
You know, so like Buffalo came in and they did what they were supposed to do, which was show up and put up a good fight. But Kansas City had that game in the bag all along, and they proved why they were.
Not necessarily. What about McCall Hardman's?
Okay, well that's what I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
But even with that mess up, did anybody fucking feel like there was any type of worry? Like
there was some worry when it was 9-0.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
But Kansas City is gonna give you a minimum 25 points. I didn't see Buffalo scoring at 25.
I wanna get to that one. We gotta talk about the preview of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But no, you can't fuck around like that.
Okay, but you remember you said you know your matchup.
Okay, so now it's on Martin. Let's go.
You know how you always said you know your matchup and you know who you're playing. Buffalo is a good team, and people are gonna be like, man, they have a high power offense. They're scoring 50 points before the season ended. You know, but that's regular season. We've been seeing in the playoffs that they're not the same team that they were in the regular season. They've been getting by and winning, but they're not the same team. McCall Hardman had that fuck up, which. At first, I was like, "Oh man, that might cost them." But and then you start thinking, like, you have Patrick Mahomes. He came back, got the touchdown immediately. Like, it's just these guys are different level.
Okay,
man.
but I will correct one thing though. I'm gonna let the viewers know. I was putting my baby to sleep, and I came back out to the living room, and it was 9-0. Just to be fair, because I didn't know how they got their 9. I just know that they had 9.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying?
They punted the ball. McCall Hardman tries to outrun a guy. But I guess he fucking forgot the ball before he's out running, so he's already looking, and the shit slips under.
Yeah, he basically looked what direction he was going to before he caught the ball.
Yeah, and then it slipped and slipped. They got on
Buffalo
it.
didn't even earn it. So
No, it was a punt. It was a punt.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a mess up. And props to him. Very next drive, he's the one that got the touchdown, so he made up for it.
I will say about Kansas City, they can go out and they can do that, and the reason why is because they score so quickly. Like,
Yeah.
They
do 70 yards in 8 seconds,
Yeah,
which is what
which
takes
is-
Tyreek Hill to like fly by.
You know, so like they are able to score so quickly. So yeah, I mean, Kansas City has the luxury of being able to come out, have a mistake or two, and they score quick enough. I mean, if you look at the Green Bay Tampa Bay game, like when they drove the ball, like you drove the ball down the field, you took a ton of time off the clock. Even at the fastest, you still took
5,
just
6
you know,
minutes.
just think about it. If you had 10 plays, a 10-play drive, and just on the play clock alone, that's 5 minutes. On the play clock alone. That's not counting the play time itself. So the fact that they're able to get those scores so quickly, like, and do it consistently. It'd be different if it was like, man, 2-3 weeks they score quickly and then they go by 2-3 weeks where they don't score. No, every week they score quickly and they score fast.
Yeah.
Consistently when they want to. And then there's a time there's gameplay involved where they have to, you know, do a little bit of ball control and whatnot. But their ability to score so quickly, it allows them to take greater risk and put themselves in a little bit of a hole because they know that they can come out.
I mean, of course, like Willie says, you don't want to come out flat, especially not in the Super Bowl. But before I let Willie talk, it's not like they haven't proven that last playoffs. They did that. And I remember the first game against the Texans, they were down 21-0. We were like, oh my God, this is... Then they did.
They had the same play to where it was what was it? What McCall Hardman did. It was
he does that a lot.
same, yeah.
So, and then the very next game, they played the...
No, it was Tyreek Hill.
The Titans, they were down. Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh, okay, not against the Titans because they're just gonna kind of blow them out. And now again, like it's not the best way you want to play. You want to come out and beat, but for some reason they come out flat. Now you cannot do that against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, but you know that you can put up points.
No, don't say Tom Brady. Just say
the Bucs.
Because
it ain't Tom Brady. It's
Tom
the Bucs.
Brady.
No, but I'm saying, but he's the quarterback, so against the Bucs. But
anyways, no, I mean, I just think that it was a convincing win, and it goes to show you how Kansas City, like they have the the ability to score and all that, but I feel like against the Browns, the little struggle that they had, you're like, okay, maybe they got some. They're trying to figure it out.
got hurt though, man.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like they were, In reality, I think the Bills didn't belong in this game, man. From the get-go, I wasn't impressed with their playoff run.
Starting with the Colts.
With the Colts, and then I wasn't impressed with how I played with the Ravens either. I didn't feel like they were supposed to. I feel like they could have had a better matchup. But I think the AFC, what was lacking is quarterback play.
No, and he's right because you put any other quarterback in that situation with the Colts, they beat the Bills, and you put any other quarterback with Lamar Jackson, and they beat the Ravens because the Ravens held them down to 10 points.
Not any other quarterback, but somebody like that can.
Actual thrower.
Josh Allen, you got to give him.
You put Josh Allen with that Ravens team,
good.
and he would have beat the Bills. Of course, I mean you can't have two Josh Allen, but let's just say you could.
If you swapped them, then they would.
Let's just say you
Spider-Man.
But let's just say you could though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, so Willie's right about that, and that's why we all say that.
I just think that
I'm sorry, what? Willie's right about God. I think that's the first time.
Come on, baby.
On air,
I do. You know what I'm
on
saying?
air that Marlon says Willie's right on that one. Sorry, no.
No, but
offense.
because we all said Buffalo got lucky.
I'm not trying to go too much into the preview because it's probably something that we're gonna do next week for
we're gonna do it next
our
week, yeah.
episode. But just real quick, definitely Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are not gonna be easy to beat like these guys were.
Oh no,
I would agree. I would agree with that. They're not
of
going to
course.
be.
Because I feel like if Brady takes care of the ball and he has one of those games like against the Saints, it could be.
It can go either way.
It could be that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So hopefully he throws 3 picks.
Yeah.
But like it was a convincing win. Not much to talk about, and they just need to not come out flat, man. Because sometimes it's gonna happen. They might not be able to turn around. So
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Congrats.
You going to the
appreciate
Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere. You're probably gonna watch it with me, but you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to Kansas City, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Allegedly.
What are we doing?
I was the last call real quick.
Last call?
Yeah.
Last 30-second rant?
Yeah.
Which is never 30 seconds.
Never 30 seconds.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff. All right. It's about that time for the last call. Last call for alcohol? No, that's not it. Last call, 30-second rant. Who wants to go first, boys? I'll let y'all decide.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'll go first.
Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go home, motherfuckers.
No, like, hey, go Pack, go.
Coming from motherfuckers who didn't even.
speak,
Hey,
Oh,
coming from motherfuckers who didn't even make it to the conference championship.
Straight off the top of the dome. Go ahead and get shit out.
All right. Go ahead, Drew.
Coming from motherfuckers who didn't even make the conference championships
Ooh.
or playoffs.
So I'm get heartbroken.
Yeah. I figure it's not bad. Nah, man. My little last call would be just. I'm really sad right now. This is a rough time for me, and I'll be back better next week.
My last call is gonna be this, real quick. What do you? That's 2 conference championship games in a row. What are they missing?
So your last call is a question.
Question
his
at
last
him.
call.
Because that's two championship games in a row. Of course, last time they got completely mollywopped. This one they should have won, but whatever happened. What are they missing? Because something's going on. I mean, clearly you're there.
I mean, at this point, it's depth in the offensive line. I think with Bakhtiari being the left tackle, which is always a quarterback's blind side, and not having that protection and that familiarity there, I think that it's not a reason why we lost by any means.
What if he's a lefty? The quarterback.
Then you're right, but
Okay,
he's not.
I'm just
So
asking.
you would go offensive line, but you wouldn't go defensive line?
No, I
The
think
defensive
Let me
line
ask you this:
is
would you draft?
terrible.
Let me ask everybody this: with your first round pick, would you draft a quarterback?
now.
Yeah,
No,
because clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing drafting quarterbacks when they need other people in the plays.
Oh.
Would you draft another quarterback?
No, well, I mean, no, you wouldn't draft the quarterback. I wouldn't draft the quarterback last year. I mean,
Jesus Christ, fucking Packers over here
That's not a
missing.
last call. That's like a whole topic.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
talk
it's just
about-
it's
we can talk
frustrating.
about that
It's
off
frustrating.
season.
It's frustrating with these
So
guys.
end it, Marlon.
Oh no, well I guess, man, I just want to see Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl, man. I really do. So I thought this was gonna be it. Next year we can always say, oh, because they have a young. The thing is, they have a lot of people going to free agency. We'll see if they resign or not. I don't know. This was a tough one because it was there for the taking, man. Even with everything, the story was written out, the movie was ready to be made,
State Farm Bowl.
It was supposed to be the State Farm Super Bowl, man.
You know what those commercials would have been like? Gold.
Yeah. No, they probably already made the commercials, and now they're like, well, we just wasted millions of dollars. They gotta scrap this shit. But no, the story was there. The movie was there to be made. You know, the fucking greatest Super Bowl in history, whatever. And it probably still gotta go down as like the greatest Super Bowl in history, you know, by names. But I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
Willie?
Okay, I think my last call is I want everyone that watches sports to look at things in a perspective. That's all I'm asking for. Stop being a fan. Stop because just your guy is there. Biggest Messi fan here. I promise you, if they win a trophy and they do some in spite or because Messi didn't have a good performance, I will be the first one to tell you, I'm not gonna be here and be a dick rider and be like, hey, Messi won because he's the GOAT. No, if he didn't perform, I'm not gonna do that. So please, just look at perspective. Look at like situational football. Look at or whatever the sport of how they played and how things were done. Do not give me the I threw 4 picks, but I find a way to win shit. I don't want to hear it. Like, if you're gonna watch the sport, watch details and learn something. Because we're just gonna see, hey, we won, and I'm part of the team, and I'm gonna take all the credit. I don't like that.
Yeah. Can I say one thing on that? Because with Tom Brady, we do give him his credit on the Super Bowl he lost against the Eagles because he did go off. Mm-hmm. And we all said it like, damn, that was the best Super Bowl he's ever played, and he lost. Why he lost? People blamed it for Belichick because he benched Malcolm Brown. Or
he
Malcolm,
also
what was his name?
Fumbled the ball in the last place. So.
Yeah, Malcolm, whatever. The guy that did the Russell Wilson pick. The defense led up 41. We said it could have been a multiple things, but we gave him his credit because that was a great game he played. Yeah. So we also, when he wins games, we also say, hey, he didn't have a good game, and that's what Willie's saying. Like, you know, it's okay to be like, yeah, he's in the Super Bowl, but I know he didn't play a good game, but hey, fuck it, his team bailed him out, and that's what the team is for. If not, he would be a boxer, he would be the guy that knocked out fucking McGregor yesterday, all by yourself.
Yeah, and I just say that because I know tomorrow the headlines are gonna be Brady, but let's be realistic about shit, you know. That's
I don't want to see no Brady outdoors Rodgers headline.
Yeah. I just want to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's on me.
It is me.
My last call would be just like and subscribe. The Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. It's like a bittersweet feeling. Like, I really wanted Aaron Rodgers. I wanted that State Farm Super Bowl, but I mean, I guess it couldn't happen, and I'm confident, but not too confident. It's against Tom Brady, but hey, anything's possible.
Yeah.
I got a bottle for you when they win in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you one.
Okay, that's on. We recorded that.
Yeah.
So y'all.
Yeah, no, I got you.
So real quick, would y'all say that Kobe and LeBron never getting to a championship? You think that's gonna be Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes never playing each other in the Super Bowl, maybe? Or do you think because they didn't play enough time together?
In football, there's no such thing as a Kobe and LeBron.
But you know how
you could go either way. From there's so many quarterbacks.
It's just.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the Jordan-LeBron debate. Well, Michael Jordan's a Jordan, so they are going to see each other. But like, you know how Kobe and LeBron, they were literally 1 year apart from playing in the finals. Kobe made it 08 to 2010, and LeBron made it from 11 all the way up, and we never got to see that. I think that's probably going to happen. Rodgers,
but I think
we'll never get to see it.
But I think it really doesn't make sense in football because if you ask Brady fans, which go read the comments, they'll tell you that the best quarterback is in the Super Bowl, according to them. Even though he has 5 picks in
3 games.
3 games.
Yeah.
So it's 6 or 5.
You're never gonna.
He has 5 picks in 3 games.
You're never gonna win. But I'm checking out. I gotta use the bathroom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, once again, this was your host Anthony and my boys Marlon, Andrew, and Willie. And thanks for joining, and like and subscribe. And we will see you on the next episode. This was Raising the Bar.